The kind little wolf who didn't want to scare anyone. In a quiet green forest, where the trees whispered softly in the wind and the sunlight painted warm golden spots on the ground, there lived a little wolf who was very different from all the others. While the big wolves howled loudly and showed their sharp teeth to scare everyone around them, this little wolf stayed back, gentle and quiet, watching them from a distance with curious eyes. He did not like to growl, and he did not enjoy making others afraid. In fact, every time the other wolves practiced being scary, he felt a strange heaviness in his heart, as if something inside him was telling him that this was not who he truly was. Instead of chasing animals or roaring into the night, he preferred to walk slowly through the forest, listening to the birds sing and watching the leaves dance in the breeze, wondering why he felt so different from his own pack and whether there was something wrong with him for not wanting to be feared. And as the sun began to set and the forest grew quieter, the little wolf sat alone beneath a tall tree, looking up at the sky, thinking to himself, if there was a place where he could truly belong, just as he was. One day, as the sun rose gently over the forest, the little wolf was called by the older wolves to join them, for it was time to learn how to be strong and feared, just like every wolf before him. They showed him how to growl loudly, how to bare his teeth, and how to step forward with confidence so that others would run away. But when it was his turn, the little wolf hesitated, his voice coming out soft and unsure, almost like a whisper instead of a roar. And the other wolves looked at him with confusion, some even laughing quietly, telling him that he needed to be tougher, louder, scarier, because that was what a wolf was supposed to be. He tried again and again, forcing himself to act like them, but each time it felt wrong, as if he was pretending to be someone else. And the more he tried, the more lost he began to feel, wondering why something so natural for the others felt so difficult for him. And as the day went on, he slowly stepped back, lowering his head, feeling smaller than ever, unsure if he would ever be the kind of wolf everyone expected him to be, or if he was simply not meant to fit in at all. The little wolf decided that maybe, if he tried just a little harder, he could become like the others. So later that day, he wandered deeper into the forest, practicing all by himself, trying to growl louder and show his teeth the way the older wolves had taught him. But every time he tried, his growl came out soft and shaky, more like a sigh than something frightening. And instead of feeling strong, he felt even more unsure, as if he was wearing a mask that did not belong to him. Determined not to give up, he spotted a small bush moving nearby and thought this was his chance to finally do it right. So he stood tall, took a deep breath, and tried to act scary. But when a tiny bunny hopped out from behind the bush and looked at him with wide, innocent eyes, the little wolf froze, his heart softening instantly. And instead of growling, he quietly stepped back, afraid that he might scare it away. The bunny did not run. It simply stayed there, calm and curious. And in that moment, the little wolf realized that no matter how hard he tried, he could not bring himself to be something he was not. And as he sat down slowly, looking at the ground, he felt caught between two worlds, wanting to belong to his pack, yet unable to ignore the gentle nature inside him that refused to disappear. As the little wolf sat quietly, unsure of what to do next, the small bunny took a gentle step closer, its soft eyes full of curiosity rather than fear. And for the first time, the little wolf noticed something he had never expected. The bunny was not afraid of him at all. Instead, it tilted its head and spoke in a calm, friendly voice, asking why he looked so sad. And the little wolf hesitated, before softly admitting that he was supposed to be scary, but he did not want to be, because it did not feel right inside his heart. And the bunny listened carefully, before smiling and saying that not every wolf had to be the same, that being kind was not a weakness, but something special, something rare. Just then, a small bird landed nearby, and instead of flying away, it joined them, chirping happily, as if it too felt safe around him. And in that quiet moment, surrounded by animals who were not afraid, the little wolf began to understand something important: that the world did not need another scary wolf. It needed a kind one. And as that thought settled inside him, the heaviness in his heart slowly began to fade, replaced by a warm and peaceful feeling he had never known before. From that moment on, the little wolf stopped trying to be someone he was not, and instead, he chose to follow the gentle voice inside his heart, walking through the forest not as something to be feared, but as something kind and calm. And wherever he went, the animals no longer ran away. They stayed, they listened, and slowly, they became his friends. The bunny hopped beside him, the bird sang above him, and for the first time, the little wolf did not feel alone. He felt exactly where he was meant to be. And even when he returned to his pack, something had changed. Because although the other wolves still howled loudly into the night, they began to notice that this little wolf had something they did not: a quiet strength that did not come from fear, but from kindness. And over time, even they grew curious, watching as the forest seemed to welcome him wherever he went. And so the little wolf lifted his head, not to growl, but to simply be himself, calm and true, understanding at last that sometimes what makes us different is not something to hide, but something to be proud of, because it is often our kindness that makes us truly strong.